It's a first-in-class medicine. It has a different mechanism of action from the three approved products. And we think the potential to change the care of fibromyalgia products could come with the use and recognition of our product.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Tonix Pharmaceuticals CEO, Dr. Seth Lederman. Seth, very good to speak with you. Tonmya is the first FDA-approved fibromyalgia treatments in 15 years. What does this milestone mean for Tonix and its patients?
Thank you, Stephen. This is a big milestone for Tonix and for patients. For patients, it's the first new product in more than 15 years, and there's a lot of frustration and dissatisfaction in the field, with patients typically cycling between a number of both FDA-approved and also off-label drugs. And for Tonix, it's a milestone that we were founded to develop a new treatment for fibromyalgia. And 15 years later, we've taken this product from concept through clinical testing and now to FDA approval. And we're delighted to be able to offer a new medicine for fibromyalgia patients. It's a first-in-class medicine. It has a different mechanism of action from the three approved products. And we think the potential to change the care of fibromyalgia products could come with the use and recognition of our product.
Seth, you've said Tonmya will be available in the fourth quarter. How is Tonix preparing for launch, and what are the sales expectations?
Great. Yes. First of all, I should say Tonmya is sublingual cyclobenzaprine HCl tablets, and it's indicated for the treatment of fibromyalgia in a long-term treatment paradigm where patients start with 2 weeks of taking one tablet at bedtime, and then after 2 weeks, it goes up to 2 tablets at bedtime every night. And the idea is long-term treatment. This is the result of 2 phase 3 studies, both placebo-controlled, double-blind, randomized phase 3 studies. It's indicated for the treatment of adults, for geriatric patients, and for patients with mild hepatic impairment. The recommended dose is 1 tablet per night. But the new treatment concept for Tonmya is that it's a bedtime medicine, and we target the non-restorative sleep of fibromyalgia. And that's why we think it could be quite differentiated, because we are treating a chronic pain condition, but Tonmya itself is not an opioid. So it's considered a non-opioid analgesic, but it's not associated with the risk of dependence, abuse, dependence, and addiction of opiate-type products and other products that are painkillers. So now I'm sorry. We expect it to be available in the fourth quarter. Basically, now that we have the approved product labeling, they're just logistics. We have to print the labels, put it in bottles, and ship it into the supply chain. But we expect to have it available in the fourth quarter.
Seth, with over 10 million adults affected in the US, what share of this market do you believe Tonmya can realistically capture?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. We separate the market into 2 tiers. There are about 2.7 million fibromyalgia patients in the United States that are currently diagnosed and treated. And we think that those will be the first patient group that shows receptivity to Tonmya. And because that's what the physicians who treat them are familiar with, making the diagnosis and prescribing other medicines. What we found, if you define a fibromyalgia diagnosing physician or healthcare provider, because this also includes, very importantly, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, people that can prescribe prescription products. So if you define a healthcare provider who diagnoses fibromyalgia as a fibromyalgia diagnosing HCP, then we found that 5% of those HCPs account for 70% of the fibromyalgia diagnoses and the fibromyalgia prescriptions. So the first group that we hope to interact with are these doctors and nurse practitioners and physician's assistants. So then it will be somewhat harder to engage with the other approximately 7 million fibromyalgia patients who are out there but have not yet been diagnosed and are not receiving prescriptions for fibromyalgia products. But we think that one of the reasons there's such a large proportion of patients that are not diagnosed or treated relates to the tolerability issues of existing products and also the modest efficacy of those products in relationship to the tolerability issues. So with a new medicine like Tonmya, hopefully we can not only make inroads with the 2.7 million diagnosed and treated group, but also with the more than 7 million patients who we think are also out there.
Well, Seth, congratulations again on that milestone. I hope you'll keep us updated with progress.
Yes, well, thank you very much for speaking with me, and thank you for your interest.
It's Dr. Seth Lederman, the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals.